Open your bank statement, not the summary, the actual transactions. Scroll through last month, every line, every charge, every $4.99, every $9.99, every $12.99. Count them. Write the number down. Now, what number were you expecting before you counted? If you are like the average American, those two numbers are not close. They are not off by 10 or 20%. They are off by 60%. You think you spend $86 a month on subscriptions. You actually spend $219. That gap, $133 a month you cannot account for, is $1,600 a year leaving your bank account for services you are not using, may not remember signing up for, and in some cases did not realize we're still charging you. That number, 219 versus 86, comes from a C+R Research study on American subscription spending. It is one of the most replicated findings in consumer finance. The gap exists not because Americans are careless with money, it exists because the subscription economy was engineered, precisely, deliberately, at the product design level, to make cancellation harder than sign-up, to make renewal invisible, and to profit from a single human tendency that every subscription company on Earth understands: inertia. The tendency to leave things the way they are, not because you decided to keep them, because deciding takes effort, and the effort to cancel was specifically designed to be just high enough that you don't bother. Let me show you how this was built, because it was built. None of this is accidental. You signed up for something: a streaming service, a fitness app, a meal kit, a cloud storage plan, a news site, a productivity tool you tried for a week. The sign-up took 90 seconds. One page, one button, credit card, done. It felt effortless because it was designed to feel effortless. Billions of dollars in product design research have gone into reducing the friction of that moment to near zero. One tap, one click, you're in. Now try to get out. The cancellation page doesn't exist where you'd expect it. It's not in settings. Or it is, but under a label you wouldn't think to look under. Some services require you to call a phone number during business hours and wait. Some route you through a series of pages asking if you're sure, offering you a discount, asking for a reason, presenting a counteroffer, asking you again. Some bury the cancellation option inside a desktop site that isn't accessible from the mobile app you signed up on. You signed up on your phone in bed. To cancel, you need a laptop, a browser, and 15 minutes of patience you don't have. That asymmetry, 90 seconds in, 15 minutes out, is not a design flaw. It is the design. The harder it is to leave, the longer you stay. And every month you stay past the point of using the service, the company earns pure profit. Your subscription isn't generating value for you anymore. It is generating revenue for them. And the gap between those two things is the entire business model. 42% of Americans have forgotten about at least one recurring charge on their account. That number comes from a Chase survey. 42%. Not forgot what it costs, forgot it exists. A charge hitting their bank account every month, pulling money they never consciously chose to spend for a service they wouldn't renew if someone asked them today. Now multiply that by every subscription company in the country, every streaming platform, every software tool, every app with a free trial that converted to paid after 7 days. Days you didn't mark on your calendar because the sign-up page was designed to make the trial feel permanent and the billing feel distant. Every gym membership you stopped using in February, but that charges through December because the cancellation form requires a certified letter. This is not a collection of individual companies making independent decisions. This is an industry-wide strategy built on a shared understanding. The longer the customer forgets, the longer the revenue flows. And the system is optimized, at every level, to extend that forgetting. The Federal Trade Commission saw this clearly enough to act. In October 2024, they finalized the click to cancel rule. The principle was simple and should have always been law. Canceling a subscription must be as easy as starting one. If you can sign up with one click, you must be able to cancel with one click. No phone calls, no retention pages, no guilt screens, no dark patterns designed to make you give up halfway through. Companies fought it, in court. Industry groups representing some of the largest subscription businesses in America challenged the rule, arguing that requiring easy cancellation would harm their business model. Think about what that argument actually says. They are telling a federal court that their revenue depends on cancellation being difficult. that their profits are structurally built on your inability to leave. They said that, on the record. And they are not entirely wrong. Because when cancellation is easy, people cancel. And when people cancel, the revenue from forgotten subscriptions, revenue that requires no service delivery, no content creation, no product maintenance, disappears. That is the most profitable revenue any company has. Revenue from a customer who isn't there. Revenue from your inertia. Revenue from the 15 minutes you didn't have. $1,600 a year. Over a decade, that is $16,000. Not invested, not saved, not spent on anything you chose. Drained month by month, $4.99 at a time, into companies that delivered nothing to you in return, because the system was built to keep charging you past the point where you stopped caring. Here is what makes you vulnerable. It's not that you're lazy. It's not that you don't manage your money. It is that you are fighting a system designed by behavioral economists and conversion optimization teams whose entire job is to understand human inertia better than you understand it yourself. They studied how long it takes before a customer forgets. How many steps of friction will stop someone from canceling? Which language on a retention page creates enough doubt to make you click, "Keep my subscription," instead of "Cancel"? You are not forgetting because of a personal failure. You are forgetting because forgetting is the product. Here is what breaks it. Set a calendar reminder right now, 30 minutes this weekend. Open your bank statement. Every recurring charge, write them down. Next to each one, write the last time you actually used it. If the answer is more than 30 days ago, cancel it today. Not tomorrow, today. Because tomorrow is what the system is counting on. Tomorrow is how the charge survives another month. For free trials, use a virtual card number. Many banks offer them now. It expires automatically. The trial ends. The charge never starts. The system that relies on you forgetting cannot profit from a card that no longer exists. And when you cancel and the screen asks you to reconsider, when it offers a discount, when it asks for a reason, when it shows you what you'll lose, remember what that screen is. It is not customer service. It is a retention tool, built to create just enough hesitation that you close the browser and decide to deal with it later. Later is their revenue. You are not paying for these subscriptions. You are paying for not canceling them. And the difference between those two things is $16,000 over 10 years, taken from you, a few dollars at a time, by companies that built their entire model on the bet that you wouldn't notice. You just noticed. That is the part they didn't budget for.